Be not a minister of the letter. Means not to take the scripture literally. Let's recap from the last video from 2 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 6. Who also has made us able ministers of the New Testament, not of the letter, but of the Spirit. For the letter kills, but the Spirit gives life. Do I need to elucidate further? Hardly a comment has to be made. Here, you are being told as clearly as possible that you should not take the scripture literally. In other words, what you read as events never happened. Yet, in understanding the hidden secrets, you will find that they happen daily within you. You may wonder, you may be wondering, you may have wondered, what is a Jew? In Romans chapter 2, verse 29, it says, he is not a Jew, which is one outwardly, but he is a Jew, which is one inwardly. And circumcision is that of the heart, in the spirit, not in the letter. This one is most difficult, but as you can see, the Bible itself is defining the word Jew, not a flesh and blood person of lineage, but something very special that exists within each and every human mind. Parables, the Christ spoke in parables. Parables are dark sayings. In Psalms 78, 21, it says, I will open my mouth in a parable. I will utter dark sayings of old, which we have heard and known, and our fathers have told us. We have two key words here, two, parable and dark. Both reference symbolic text. In other words, the Bible is telling us that you must begin to understand not with the brain, but with the heart, or rather the spirit. As we know, the Gnostics have defined three component parts to every human being: the body, the soul, and the spirit. Dark sayings of old are simply words that have hidden meanings. And I want you to consider this, my dear and esteemed viewer. Text written thousands of years ago refers to dark sayings of old. The text was written thousands of years ago, and they're talking about dark sayings of old. Proverbs 1:6. To understand a proverb and the interpretation, the words of the wise and their dark sayings. Look that up, Proverbs 1:6. The scripture leads off by defining the word wisdom. Then, as it shows above, wisdom is understanding symbolic writings. Again, a reference to dark sayings, which means text containing hidden meanings. I share with you now Matthew chapter 13, verses 34 through 35. All these things spoke Jesus to the multitude in parables, and without a parable, he did not speak to them. Traditional rituals are the result of total misunderstanding of mythical writings. The ritual of circumcision has nothing to do with the male organ, as you will learn as a subscriber to the Umbanda New Earth Education podcast, vlog, data dissemination of the spirit. As we will see, and baptism has nothing to do with water. Brace yourself. It's all symbolic. The veil that blocks the understanding of religious people is symbolic writings in scripture. In 2 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 15, it says, but even unto this day, when Moses is read, the veil is upon their heart. Nevertheless, When they shall turn to the Lord, the veil shall be taken away. The Bible here clearly says that when people read the Old Testament, they do not understand it because they read it literally and it is symbolic. Do you want to know what the key is? The key to understanding? The key is deep meditation. When one turns to the Lord, it becomes clear. One turns to the Lord only in meditation, by turning away from the intellect to the spirit on the right side, talking about the right hemisphere of the brain. We'll talk more of this later in future video offerings here at the Umbanda New Earth Education. But again, the Bible tells us that what you see is not what is meant. That's what Jesus meant when he said, they look and look, but do not see. If you would like to see, I want you to hit that subscribe button and join me on this journey of vision as we ascend to the spirit and beyond.
Namaste, namaskaram.